Previously on Tomb Raider Chronicles. Man, we just walked a long way to get to our starting position in the levels. So, yeah, kind of like, I guess the Admiral also gave us a tour or something. So, that's awesome. And with that, our stories continue. Welcome back everyone to the Tomb Raider Marathon. My name is Jonathan Wolf, and ladies and gentlemen, in this video we're continuing on with Tomb Raider Chronicles, and we're going to be moving on to level 7 of this game, which is the third level of the Russia chapter, which is Deepsea Dive, which is by far one of the most disappointing levels in the entire classic series. And you'll see what I mean once we get to it, but... Yeah, in the last video, we got equipped with a suit that will allow us to breathe underwater. So yeah, in a shocking twist, Lara decided to have common sense and actually use a suit to get to explore the bottom of the ocean. And yeah, as you can see, here we are in the bottom of the ocean and ready to go into the wreck of the U-boat to get the Spear of Destiny. Now, the first thing you're going to know... Now, to control the suit is pretty easy. It's basically like swimming. So you move by pressing the jump button, and you move with the D-pad. Now, one thing that is going to be different is that you'll have these things, which are chaff flares. And basically what these do is they will... Actually, I'm going to go back just to show you real quick. Except that I cannot go back. But basically, by pressing the sprint button, which is R2, you will drop these flares that are essentially going to home in on the missiles that are going to be shot by those submarines. Now, as soon as you start, we have a fork in the road. We can either go to the left or to the right. We want to go to the right first, because if we go to the right, I'm going to drop a shaft to lure the missiles. But yeah, right down here on this covey area, we can claim the only item that is in this level, which is the gold rose, which is also, oh god, which is also the only secret in this level. But yeah, let's go ahead and fight the current. Come on, Lara, you can do it. And yeah, we check our inventory. Yeah, as you can see, secret 1 out of 1. So yeah, that's actually the only secret that we can get in this level. So now that we're done with that, now let's go ahead and go to the left. And basically, now what we got to do is we now have to get inside the U-boat. So yeah, basically what you want to do is you want to look for... No, not you. We want to... here we go. We want to go into this opening, which is on the far left. And then we have this opening right here. And we're actually inside the U-boat. So yeah, we can now just explore this area. And as you can see, we have some heavy breathing. And I believe there's actually frogs in this area, but I mean, you cannot fight. You cannot use your weapons, so there's no point in engaging with enemies. Okay, so, so much for having unlimited breath, you know? And yeah, as you can see, here we got the Spear of Destiny. Now, I highly recommend you save your game because this next part can be very, very tricky. Because now we're timed. Because now what we have to do is we have to get back to the submarine before we die. Because yeah, now we have to deal with the breath. And yeah, basically what you want to do is you just want to go back the way you came. Now now I would say the hardest part about the escape sequence is the inside of the U-boat because Lara can actually get stuck on the walls very easily. But yeah, once you get outside, what you want to do is... Okay, where is it? Where's the opening? There it is. I'm going to go over here to this opening. Yeah, trying to find the way out once you exit the U-boat is actually tricky. Although you do have a current, so... Yeah, it's not... There's a current blowing you up, so it's really not that bad. And yeah, as you can see... We made it back to the submarine. And believe it or not, that is the end of the level. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. That's how long it took me. You know what? I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to show you this cutscene. This next cutscene. Because this cutscene is hilarious.
Unannounced visitor. I fear you have an item in your possession that I require.
To be used in your continuing quest for world peace, I presume.
World peace, not entirely my purpose in pursuing this artifact.
This artifact contains untold power. Power of which the likes of you will never harness. If you wish it, you may have it, but you will regret it.
The world may regret it. Hand it to me and I may spare you.
On your head be it.
Take her to the torpedo room and eject her into the ocean.
Sergei, listen to me. You don't know what you're dealing with.
Really? His name is Sergei? Well, there you go. Rest in peace, Sergei. You were one of the characters in Tomb Raider 5. And yeah, that's literally it. That is literally the level. If I were... And I'm just going to say right now, if I ended the level, or if I ended the video when we got the... Before the cutscene, this would be the shortest level in Tomb... This would be the shortest level in the Tomb Raider Marathon. Even shorter than City, which is kind of disgusting. So you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to share some interesting tidbit about the character that is retelling the story, if you remember back in the FMB. So the character called Charles Kain is someone that may look familiar if you've played Tomb Raider 4. And basically, to put it simply, he is a retextured Jean-Yves. I mean, yeah, that's basically it. That's basically when it comes to the existence of Charles Kain. Now, the reason why Jean-Yves was not... So yeah, originally, Jean-Yves was supposed to be in this game. However, the reason they didn't include him in this game is because there was a complaint. There were complaints from a real archaeologist that resembled Jean-Yves. Which is really awesome. And apparently, which is also an interesting fun fact, Jean was also supposed to appear in Angel of Darkness. However, the complaints from the real archaeologists came late in the development that they essentially remove him from the game, and they also decided to create a new character, Charles Kain, which is essentially a retextured Jean Yves. I mean, it's basically Jean Yves, except that he's not named Jean Yves. That's basically what that boils down to. And apparently Jean Yves was actually going to have a major role in Angel of Darkness. However, yeah, they actually replaced him with another character that we know of. But yeah, and in fact, there actually are some screenshots that they actually show that Jean was actually going to be the character from the Russia chapter. In fact, here's actually the 2 cutscenes from the FMV, which I gotta say that actually looks really cool. And I kind of wish that they actually kept Jean Yves, because Jean was actually an established character that we met in Tomb Raider 4. So, but oh well, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video. And that is it for this episode of the Tomb Raider Marathon. Next time we meet, we're going to be going to the final level of the Russia chapters, which is the sinking submarine. And basically, this level is the submarine, but we can actually explore new areas, and yeah, that's basically it. And it's sinking, apparently. But yeah, with that said, my name is Jonathan Wolf, and I will see you all in the next video. Take it easy, everyone. Also, goddamn, 12 minutes of recording. That doesn't feel right. Oh my god, that's awesome. All right, see you guys then.